What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Yeah. Check it out, man. Check it out. Chicago gang destroyed. Chicago gang destroyed after threats of law enforcement as FBI arrests radical extremists. What? This joint right here got 6 million views on it. What in the world is going on, man? Hey, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy. Yeah.
Federal agents this morning and made his first appearance in federal court this afternoon, facing charges he threatened to kill immigration agents and harm public officials. Authorities say he previously possessed multiple weapons, but in May of 2025, Downers Grove police deemed Stover a clear and present danger, and following a domestic disturbance call, seized 5 rifles, a shotgun, 6 handguns, and ammunition, including 5 rifle rounds with the first names of well-known political figures written in marker, according to court documents. He also posted a photograph of those 5 rifle bullets placed on top of 2 hunting knives to a Facebook group, authorities say. Stover's FOID card was revoked by Illinois State Police on May 8th, according to court filings. He was active and exceedingly extreme online, even through last night, authorities say, posting on his Blue Sky account, ICE is a terrorist organization. Share this if you think we should shoot them down like dogs. ICE is a private military answering exclusively to powers hostile to the United States and the people. It is unconscionable that we do not hunt and lynch them for treason. In May of 2025, the Secret Service was alerted to his posts by the FBI's National Threat Operations Center, previously posting, according to the FBI, there is a time for rhetoric and a time for riflery, and was interviewed by the U.S. Secret Service following his alleged threats to the president. The federal complaint also stating authorities were told Stover at one point took medication for his mental health.
Now, is that any surprise? We got another mental health patient that's deranged, leftist. Have you noticed these folks struggle with mental illness?
Oh, my God. Yeah, you're right. They struggle with illness. And what makes it so bad is the people don't even want to put them, they don't even want to put them away. They want to give them help. Okay, give him help while he in jail. If you broke the law, you broke the law. If you broke the law, I don't know if he broke the law yet. Can you post online bad things about ICE? I don't know. I don't want to, so I don't need to know if it's against the law or not.
And the left is always trying to take away the Second Amendment rights, but we're not seeing MAGA out here unaliving people. These are left-wing extremists that have mental issues. Of course you have mental issues if every day you wake up to somebody telling you the sky is falling and democracy is ending and Hitler's taking over. And then as you saw, he's a member of the Blue Anon or whatever, that Blue Sky. That is their own Blue Bubble social media network where they reinforce negative, deranged crap to each other, like ICE being like Gestapo. They're not picking up American citizens. They're removing illegal aliens. But yet the left, the Democrat Party, has radicalized these people to the point to where removing an illegal citizen from the United States is deemed as wrong. But yet Obama deported 3 million people. But yet these liberal left-wing extremists, they don't want to talk about that. I guarantee you most of them don't even know that Obama was known as the deporter-in-chief. They have no idea. But yet all Trump is bad. Trump hasn't deported anywhere near as many people as Obama did. The Democrats back then believed in closed borders from Bill Clinton to Barack Obama. They did not like illegal immigration until they realized that they could use it to try to maintain power because the American people no longer believes their whole party is waning. They need ignorant, and only mean lacking knowledge, ignorant people from other countries that don't know the history of America to come in and believe their BS. Just like the people that they're busting into these protests. Now, listen to this young man as he gives advice, and then I'm going to get into these other clips with Trump. He's going to give advice to these gang members. Listen to what he has to say. I thought it was hilarious. If you're enjoying this video, do me a solid. Hit that thumbs up because I will never ask you for a cash app or a super chat, but you hitting that like button, it really helps the channel, helps get the information out there. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. And if you're subscribed already.
I like that. I would never ask you for a cash app or and all that stuff.
Now, make sure.
My bad. And all that stuff, man. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. My man, I got to check your channel out, bro. You are rolling. Okay.
Sure that you hit the notification bell and select all. That way you'll be notified when I upload new videos.
All people from Chicago, man. Y'all can play tough with that military if y'all want to, bro. Y'all shoot one of them, that ain't the police. Y'all gonna have all veterans, active and inactive, on y'all head, man. They gonna fuck y'all up real good. Thinking that you gonna take down a Marine or a National Guard or a Navy SEAL. Y'all crazy than a motherfucker. But good luck to you, though, man. Good luck.
He's telling them right. Y'all are so delusional because y'all can put fear in the hearts of the constituents of Chicago who are law-abiding people, who don't tote weapons, and who don't look to harm people. These military folks, this is what they do. They're itching for a reason to let loose their tension and frustration of all the backlash they've been getting just doing their job. So give them a reason to just eradicate the gangs in Chicago, and they'll do it. And rightfully so. Now, I want you to listen. I'm only going to play a few seconds of this BS. I want you to listen to what Chicago's deranged mayor, Brandon Johnson, says in this 20-second clip. And then I'm going to follow it up with the truth of what's really going on. So listen to this BS from this liar, radical socialist.
As the mayor of this city, I can tell you that Chicagoans are not calling for a military occupation. They are calling for the same thing that we've been calling for some time, and that's investment. What safe cities across America all have in common, they invest in people. And that's what we're doing in Chicago. We need the federal resources to make sure that we're building more affordable housing, expanding mental and behavioral health care, education, all of these things that could reduce crime and provide real community safety.
Every single thing that he named, Chicago is $1.8 billion under budget. $1.8 billion. And that's just this year, not even next year. Crime is out of control. You know why? Because they gave all of the available housing to illegal immigrants. Forget about the people who have lived there, who built their families there, who have paid taxes there. The education, they have one of the poorest education systems in the nation. Their people, their 8th graders are reading on 1st and 2nd grade levels.
Nah, don't say that. Don't say that. That can't be true. Give them 4th or 5th grade at least. Give them 4th or 5th grade, man. We got to do something, man. It's too much. Your kids, it's up to you, family. It's up to the parents to turn that TV off, get them games out of your kids' head, and read a book and get them educated, get them ready. Let them understand what AI and all this robot stuff is, because they're going to need that. It's a different world from when we grew up.
Taxes there. The education, they have one of the poorest education systems in the nation. Their people, their 8th graders are reading on 1st and 2nd grade levels. Their high schoolers aren't graduating high school. It's something like 1 in like every 6 or 7 boys are even graduating high school in Chicago. And he's talking about more investment while he's invested hundreds of millions in that city. And see, that's the Democrats' problem. They believe you can spend your way to fixing things, and it never works, especially when you got the same inadequate and inept people running the departments where the money is flowing. If you got the same thieving and robbing people that are controlling the departments, it don't matter if you throw $1 trillion at it. If the ideology and the mentality of the people in the area don't change, nothing will change. And if you notice, we've had more expansion of mental health programs in this country over the last decade, and all I've seen is more deranged people than ever before. You know why? Because you got some leftist medical person saying, you know what? You have bipolar. No, the person just lacks self-control. This little child has ADD. No, they just need a good spanking and be told to sit your butt down and act right when you go to school. Oh, these children, they need leadership. No, they need a father in the house to say, you better go sit your punk A down before I tear your butt up. You don't go to school talking to somebody like that.
Didn't I just say that? I just said that in the last video, man. You need a father in the house. He sound like Charlie Kirk. He sounds just like Charlie Kirk, man. Hey, y'all stay to the end, because I'm gonna play my Charlie Kirk song for y'all, man. See what y'all think. You come home and
act right when you go to school. Oh, these children, they need leadership. No, they need a father in the house to say, you better go sit your punk A down before I tear your butt up. You don't go to school talking to somebody like that, or you have to come home and deal with me. They don't have this. You know what they do have? 80% of them have pacifist mothers who are willing to defend the BS that their child is doing, who is unwilling to accept the reality. You raised a freaking monster because when he was a child, you let him get away with anything. And anybody that was going to discipline him, you had a problem with them. Now they're grown. Now they're not listening to you. Matter of fact, they'll smack you around, push you out the way, and go out there in the street. And they're going to end up getting their life taken because they're going to run up against somebody who don't care about them like their mama do. And it's going to put them down. And that's exactly what's happening. Now, let's listen to President Trump and what he has to say about Chicago.
Washington, D.C. is a totally safe city. You're not reporting any crime because there is none. They said crime is down 87%. And I said, no, it's not. It's down 100%. We have a great thing going. I could do that with Chicago. We could do that with New York. We could do it with Los Angeles. So we're making a determination now. Do we go to Chicago, or do we go to a place like New Orleans, where we have a great governor, Jeff Landry, who wants us to come in and straighten out a very nice section of this country that's become quite tough, quite bad. So we're going to be going to maybe Louisiana, and you have New Orleans, which has a crime problem. We'll straighten that out in about 2 weeks. It'll take us 2 weeks, easier than D.C. But we could straighten out Chicago. All they have to do is ask us to go into Chicago if we don't have the support of some of these politicians. But I'll tell you who is supporting us, the people of Chicago. And I sort of want them to let it be known they have incompetent people. A guy like Gavin Newsom, he's the governor of a state that if we didn't go into Los Angeles with our soldiers, with our National Guard, you wouldn't even be having the Olympics there. They were going to take it. And remember this, your top law enforcement officer in Los Angeles said, there's no way we could have done this without President Trump coming in with the troops. We saved Los Angeles and we saved the Olympics.
And you know, the Democrats don't want to admit that. The fact that the National Guard went in did save it. Now let's look at this. These are the protests happening in Chicago. And I want you to pay attention to something. Look at all of these matching signs. Now, Chicago is a low-income city. Chicago is 44% black. Now, I want you to look at all of these people, all of these white folks that are well-dressed. They got their backpacks. These people aren't coming from their houses. They got backpacks on. They're carrying bags. They've all got the same signs. How did all these people get signs? How did all of these same signs get made? How did these big banners get done? You mean to tell me that there's this many people in Chicago that love the crime wave, that love the criminals carjacking people? No, these people aren't even from there. It's already been documented and proven. As a matter of fact, here's a picture that somebody took.
Wow, this is crazy. Wait a minute. This is crazy, man. Y'all better be paying attention to this. This is how you learn how they paint one picture, and this is what's going on behind closed doors.
Of the protesters in Chicago, don't even live there, taking their banners. And when you see these bags, these backpacks, they're not coming from their house. Think about it. Anybody coming from their house to go protest, you might have your keys, your wallet. You know your hands are going to be taken up. So why would you have a backpack or a purse going to something when you just live across town? You might put your ID in your pocket, or you may even leave it in your car. But you're not toting a humongous backpack around walking miles when you live in the city. These people are not from there. You see the rainbow flag umbrella. You see these folks all white. No disrespect to white people, not saying that they're not going to be protesting, but you mean to tell me that no black people in Chicago want to clean up the crime? As a matter of fact, I know that's straight BS, and I'll prove it to you. Here's right here is clip after clip. Matter of fact, here's another clip of Bustin' Paid For. I want y'all to look at. Listen to this protester.
How many hours? How much you get an hour? 25, right? 25 bucks. Yeah, you know what? I would do some crazy shit for 25 bucks.
Getting paid $25 an hour. Now, I know that volume was a little bit low, but Bustin' and Paid For, just admitted, getting paid $25 an hour. $25 an hour. Look what they're holding.
Why you think Puffy was paying people by the hour to wear their shirts? You should have seen them. You should have seen them people. That joint did not go over well. I went up to the Puffy trial and there was people coming to me asking, yo, man, where I get them shirts from? I'm trying to make some money. That's crazy.
All these papers and flyers to hand out to people. These folks are a joke. And it's a company called like Crowds on Demand who continues to supply. They take seniors and unemployed people from around the country. They bust them in. They pay them. I mean, they're paying these people $100, $200 a day. Bust them around, putting them up in hotels. This is like a mobile protest unit. And they have a few thousand of these people that they bust in. So it's not organic. It's BS.
Do the math.
As a matter of fact, listen to this woman, and you tell me if these folks are from Chicago.
Here we are in Chicago at a rally today. It's a pretty well attended thing. Beautiful to see so many people supporting.
Did you notice she said, here we are in Chicago? If you're from Chicago, you don't say you're in Chicago. You say you're in Chicago if you travel around and you want your viewers to know where you're at this week.
Here we are in Chicago at a rally today. It's a pretty well attended thing. Beautiful to see so many people supporting us.
So you got white liberals protesting the fact that majority that crime is being rampant in Chicago. So these folks are, look at all the matching signs again. And she literally said, we're here in Chicago at a rally. She's not from Chicago. You're not. Look how happy she is to be there in a city where everybody that's from there knows you'll get your melon knocked off just walking in the street like that. Not them. They have heavy police guard. Why? Because this is what Brandon Johnson and J.B. Pritzker, this is who they want protesting. They don't want the real Chicagoans down there. So what they do, they block it off and give it to these groups. And anybody else coming down there that's not in alignment is getting pushed back. The police department can't stand it. And the people can't stand it. Listen to some real Chicagoans as they tell you what's really going on.
The residents deserve more. They deserve to feel safe. The crime should not take over the city. The crime should not make residents feel like they can't live everyday life. The residents deserve more. They deserve. That's
a Black Chicago woman, as the news anchor tried to ask her, like, oh, don't you feel crime has went down? She flat out was like, no, I don't. I feel like crime is horrible. Now listen to these Chicago residents as they tear into Brandon Johnson.
Yeah. Here we
go. So when
they
say, oh, nobody wants Trump there, that's bullcrap. Brandon Johnson and J.B. Pritzker don't want it there because the Democrats don't want to give Trump a win. They much rather people keep getting robbed, carjacked, and their lives taken rather than admit they can't handle the task at hand. They like the chaos.
What makes it so bad is, yeah, you're right, the people are speaking. What makes it so bad is you can't stop Trump anyway, especially with dude Tom on the side. He said they gonna go up there, man. God dang, I wonder what's happening in Washington, D.C. I'm trying to keep up with that.
People are losing their lives, and these folks can stand there like statues smiling and acting as if they care when they don't.
Either you're close friend with the devil or you're sleeping with the devil.
I have no respect for you. You're raggedy.
Y'all anti-American agenda is going out the way. It's going out the door.
First thing I want to do is thank the DOJ for opening up an investigation on the mayor's insane, out-of-control DEI hiring. You said in a recent interview that Black people don't just look out for ourselves, but for everyone else as well. Well, clearly they're not getting the memo because they're destroying downtown and they're destroying the city with things like teen takeover. And when you say things like this, it just makes you look more incompetent and racist as a mayor. You need to start pushing more law and order in the city of Chicago.
You're not only the most incompetent mayor, you're the most progressive mayor, you're the most woke mayor in the city of Chicago.
Some people told it like T.I. is. Now, listen to more Chicago residents. Again, and I'm showing you this. So if anybody tried to tell you, oh, Chicago people don't want Trump there, bull crap. When they say, oh, Black people don't want Trump there, bull crap. You know, it's nothing more than liberal propaganda, and it's a lie. The liberals and the mainstream media and the politicians don't want Trump there because him stepping in shows what they couldn't do. And they know if that happens, it all flips red.
You mean when that happens? Because it's going to happen. Chicago got a whole lot of ICE need to go on up there and handle business. And Trump is about to take over the police and all that type of stuff, I guess. I don't know.
We want ICE to come. Please, everybody try to help Chicago and call ICE. The number is 866-DHS2-ICE. We are going to move our people away from this culture of liberal failure that has compromised our sovereignty and left the citizens of Chicago behind. Go Red.
I will tell you right now, I'm a person that lives on the south side of Chicago.
Let's talk about what things is happening in our neighborhood, but you want to put a Band-Aid and you want to act like this town is good. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how many people get killed in downtown Chicago every weekend. Don't board up things to put a Band-Aid on a crisis.
It's a shame. It's awful. And Brandon Johnson doesn't do anything to stop it.
Brandon Johnson is not worth a quarter. He's not worth a quarter. Clean the city up and keep it clean. Don't make it look good. Don't put a facade on for the people that's coming here. I don't think that's fair, and I don't think he should have another term, period. I will never vote for him. Never.
The only sad thing is, and again, this is how it goes down. In the next voting cycle, another Democrat could possibly step up and sing, song, and dance, and you got a large group of people in Chicago that will vote another Democrat in.
That should tell you something. I mean, aren't you sick and tired of being sick and tired? You got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. Every time I was just sick and tired yesterday. I was sick and tired last week. I was sick and tired last month. That's why I made the change. You got to make a change, man. If you tired, if you looking at your life and you're saying, God dang, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no time. I'm always sleepy. You have to make that change. Like I did. Damn, it's not. And I
hope I'm wrong about that. But if history has shown us anything after Lori Lightfoot, Brandon Johnson she was terrible. And he's just been atrocious. But you know how left wing politics are. He'll probably get ran for governor. The more you destroy a city or a state as a Democrat, they elevate you. It's like right now, they're trying to run Gavin Newsom for president. And you would think somebody with a track record in California like that would never consider running for president. Nope. The Democrats are lining up, trying to push him and prop him up. Because again, the more you show you can destroy and the people don't revolt against you, you're the type of leader they want. Because you say the right things to calm the people while destroying and robbing them. It's like they're docile participants while getting obliterated and keep saying Trump, Republicans, while your destroyer is standing right in front of you saying it's their fault while they've been in power the whole time. It's crazy. But back to this article real fast. Trump threatens thugs in violence in Chicago with Chipocalypse Now post. President Trump put thugs and crime in Chicago on notice Saturday, promising to send the newly renamed Department of War and a threatening Truth Social post. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War, the president wrote, referencing his Friday executive order renaming the Department of Defense to its original name. Think about that. It was called the Department of War, then they changed it to the Department of Defense. Why do we want to be on defense? No, that's the problem. Ever since America turned on defense, we've had all of these issues. When we was on the offense, there was global peace.
Man, I can't believe. I can't believe.
Got him. Oh!
My bad, y'all.
Whoa!
My bad. I hit two buttons at the same time. Oh my gracious. That's right. I love the small the smell of Department in well, I thought it said Department of Defense. My man. I love the smell of deportation in the morning. Okay. Whew. I thought my glasses wasn't working because I know I can read. Anyway, the Department of War. Hey man, I'm learning the meaning of words makes a difference. The Department of Defense, I never even looked at it like that. I just thought that was a freaking name. Department of Defense. You're right, bruh. You are right.
They changed it to the Department of Defense. Why do we want to be on defense? No, that's the problem. Ever since America turned on defense, we've had all of these issues. When we was on the offense, there was global peace. The post was accompanied by an AI picture of Trump seated with fire and helicopters with the Chicago skyline in the background, dressed as a character Robert Duvall played in the movie Apocalypse Now. I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago about to find out why it's called Department of War. Trump be trolling them. Trump has previously warned Chicago about his desire to deploy National Guard troops to the Windy City to fight crime and illegal immigration, and indicated that they would absolutely be sent in despite backlash from Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. That's a crime scene in Chicago. That's just crazy. We're going in, Trump told reporters during an Oval Office meeting on Tuesday. I didn't say when. The White House has refused to say when troops will be deployed, but reports have circulated that they may be sent in the coming days. Pritzker responded to Trump's latest Truth Social post by calling him a scared man. The president of the United States is threatening to go to war with an American city, he wrote on X. This is not a joke. This is not normal. Donald Trump isn't a strong man. He's a scared man. Illinois won't be intimidated by a wannabe dictator. But yet, you'll allow your constituents to be killed so you can grandstand and go against Trump. You notice something? They always say anti-Trump, but never say anything pro-Democrat. But they don't have anything. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson also weighed in. The president's threats are beneath the honor of our nation. But the reality is that he wants to occupy our city and break our constitution. Like you broke it by bringing in illegal immigrants and turning Chicago into a sanctuary city. See how that works? We must defend our democracy. What democracy? People are having their lives taken, being carjacked all over the joint. That's not freedom. That's not democracy. That's fascist rule. And you got your minions out there letting them run wild. We must defend our democracy from his authoritarianism by protecting each other and protecting Chicago from Donald Trump, Johnson wrote on X. The president had first said he wanted to wait for Pritzker to voluntarily invite the troop, but raged in the Oval Office remarks that his patience was thinning. If the governor of Illinois will call me up, I would love to do it, Trump said of Pritzker. Now we're going to do it anyway. We have the right to do it. Trump slammed Pritzker and weak and pathetic Sunday after the governor claimed the president was attempting to manufacture a crisis, even though 54 people were shot and 8 died over a weekend. But that's not a crisis. But see, that's how the Democrats think. That's not a crisis to them. Only 8 people, 54. That's not a reason to call anybody in. Let us keep doing what we've been doing. We got this. While more people, what they waiting on, 100? Or some crazy person that it's just nuts. 6 people were unalive and 24 were shot in Chicago last weekend. And they're downplaying that. It was more than that. And J.B. Pritzker, the weak and pathetic governor of Illinois, just said that he doesn't need help in preventing crime, Trump wrote on Truth Social. The following, it was that previous weekend, last weekend was 24-6.
Yeah.
The Labor Day weekend was 54-7.
Damn.
Bill Pritzker has protested Trump every step of the way. His conspiracy theory is that the president wants to engage with Chicago because of elections. He has other aims other than fighting crime, Pritzker confidently said on Sunday during an interview on CBS Face the Nation. The other aims are that he'd like to stop the elections 2026 or frankly take control of those elections, he went on. This dude is insane. He'll just claim that there's some problem with an election and then he's got troops on the ground that can take control. And Johnson ordered local police to not cooperate with federal troops and guardsmen if Trump were deployed. Here's what Brandon Johnson did. He said any police officer that participates or helps Trump, they will be doxxed. Their face will be shown. Like if they're going to help, they have to show their face. They have to wear a name badge and they have all types of things that can get somebody's life taken. That is literally the rules from the mayor towards any police department member that helps Trump, ICE, and the National Guard. They have to wear a name badge. They have to have their faces shown. He ordered city residents to stand up against tyranny in remarks on Saturday. We have received credible reports that we have days, not weeks, before our city sees some type of militarized activity by the federal government. It is unclear at this time what that will look like exactly, the Democrat governor warned. The president has pointed to several more cities he wants to clean up with the mobilization of guardsmen and federal law enforcement, including New York and New Orleans. But he's especially been hot on Chicago, the third most popular city in the U.S. that he's deemed the murder capital of the world. It is. Chicago had 573 unalivings in 2024, coming high and higher than the 377 in New York and 268 in Los Angeles. It's almost double those. Chicago's murder rate came in at 21.7 unalivings per 100,000 people, while New York's was a mere 4.7 per 100,000, a mere. Trump already sent National Guard troops to D.C. in August to combat crime. The troops have not been arresting individuals and have only aided in security, but federal law enforcement via the FBI and additional local police have arrested nearly 2,000 individuals since the August 7 directive. So as you see, troops haven't been arresting, but federal law enforcement via the FBI and additional local police been getting it done. The deployment of troops in Chicago would be more complicated than D.C. The nation's Capitol Guardsmen are controlled by the president, where troops from individual states are controlled by their governor, meaning if Trump acted on Chicago, he could run into legal hurdles. Trump had deployed 4,000 members of the National Guard to Los Angeles during anti-ICE protests in June, overruling protests from California Governor Gavin Newsom, who subsequently filed a lawsuit alleging illegal deployment of troops. A federal judge sided with Newsom in a ruling on Tuesday, finding that the Trump administration violated the 19th century Posse Comitatus Act, which bars the military from enforcing domestic laws. What they're not telling you, though, is that, yeah, the judge sided with Newsom in what they said that Trump did, but the judge also said that the troops could remain in Los Angeles. They could remain. Said, yeah, we probably shouldn't have done that, but the troops can remain. That's why they haven't been booted out. But the mainstream media is only going to give half of that. The White House and Department of Homeland Security didn't respond to inquiries from this post. So as you can see, the fact of the matter is the mainstream media and these left-wing extremist politicians, they don't care about Chicagoans. They want the crime. And I just wanted to bring it to you so you see. The people of Chicago don't want it. The real people of Chicago aren't for it. They're busting in people to do these protests. That's why they won't last long. They won't be for extended periods of days. They can't afford it. It's too much money. And with those busting up USAID, these things are being funded by radical billionaires that are donating the money because that government money that they was using as their personal slush funds has been dried up. But hey, tell me what you think about it. Leave a comment. And if you've watched up to this point, I want to say thank you from the top and bottom of my heart. And if you haven't already, hit that like button. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. And most importantly, I want you to stay safe and you be great. I'm Brian Maxwell saying I look forward to seeing you at the top. Over and out, y'all.
Shout out to Brian, man. That joint was tight right there, man. God damn, boy, he's a fast reader and he put it down. He put it down like Freddie Brown, baby. Hey, Trump is going, if I missed it, man, I was in the Philippines, man. I don't know if is ICE still here in D.C., because I go down there and film. Y'all know Uncle Mike, man. I got my cameras ready. I'm waiting for something to happen in D.C. Look here, I'm going to get on up out of here. Hey, y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.